Hello and welcome to the Make Happiness Happen podcast. I'm your host, Shelly, and today I want to share with you a phrase I saw on Facebook. It was actually this really cool graphic and a really cool phrase. Now, it's about a camera, and trust me, it might be one of the most important things you've ever heard. Hi, I'm Shelly Covert, and I have a question for you. Are you tired of putting on a fake smile and pretending you're happy when you're really not? Are you ready to stop chasing happiness and create it instead? This world we live in makes us believe we need something newer or bigger or better to be happy. But guess what? That's not real happiness. I'm going to teach you what I've learned about creating real, authentic happiness. So if you're ready to stop faking it and be happy for real, you're in the right place. This is the Make Happiness Happen podcast. So, I was scrolling through Facebook this week. Yes, I know, kind of a time waster, but a really cool thing happened. A photo popped up in my feed, or maybe I should say a picture, because it had a phrase on it that I love. This is what it said. Life is like a camera. Focus on what's important, capture the good times, develop from the negatives, and if things don't work out, take another shot. Now, how cool is that? That's probably my favorite saying because I really feel like it embodies everything that I am striving for, everything I'm working to be and to believe. The other thing it did is it reminded me of how much I love pictures and how much I love taking pictures. I really feel like they capture a moment in time. And because I'm such a visual person, when I look at those pictures, they literally take me back to that moment. It's almost like a time warp kind of thing. Like I can feel the same feelings. I can almost close my eyes and smell the smells and hear the sounds and just feel the sunshine, all those types of things. I just love how a picture can do that. It's like you can capture that moment forever. Now, I don't know about you, but most of the pictures I take are of things that are important to me. So it's the good times in life. It's the people that I love and I care about. And when I scroll back through the photos on my phone, most of them make me smile. Most of them make me feel very happy. So the best example for me, vacation pictures. Anyone else take a lot of pictures when you're on vacation? Yeah, I'm pretty bad about that. And maybe I should say good about that because I want to capture those moments and those feelings. So we've been to Estes Park, Colorado 5 times. It's my favorite vacation spot because I love to go hiking in Rocky Mountain National Park. Now, you're probably tired of me talking about it because I know I've shared this with you many times. But when I scroll through the photos on my phone, there are a lot of pictures of Rocky Mountain National Park. And every single time I just smile and I can close my eyes and I smell the mountain air and I can feel the cool breezes and just all of that. Now, the funny thing is that I've noticed that I tend to take pictures of the same things each year that we go. So the same hiking trails, the same waterfalls. There's even been times where I've seen like the same tree that I've taken pictures of. It's almost like when I'm taking those pictures, like I'm capturing that moment, and those must be the moments and the places that are just most inspiring to me because they're the ones I keep taking pictures of. But I love it because I can just bottle up those good feelings. And when I need, to feel the peace and calm that I feel there, I can scroll through those pictures and start to feel some of that peace and some of that calm. Now, the next line in this quote was develop from the negatives. Now that's a little bit harder, isn't it? So some of the photos that I have in my photo album or saved on my computer, some of them bring up some painful memories. So I have pictures of my grandparents who have passed away and of aunts and uncles who have passed away. And even though those pictures were of good moments, they do bring a little sadness because it reminds me of what I've lost. I also have pictures of my daughter when she was a baby and the house we were living in when she was born, the house that we lived in before her dad and I got divorced. And as much as I love those pictures, they do bring some pain with them also because it reminds me of going through the divorce. It reminds me of the pain in that time of my life. But when the negative things happen in life, it can be really easy to get stuck in that muck and stuck in that pain. But this kind of reminded me that a better option is to look at those negative experiences and negative times in our life as lessons. So maybe we think to ourselves, life kind of stinks right now. Don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through this. This is really painful. This is a struggle. I don't know what to do. I feel lost. I feel alone. You feel all those feelings. It's very easy to get stuck there. But if you can instead look at those situations and say, okay, I don't want to get stuck here. I want to get through this. I want life to get good again. So what can I learn from this situation? What can I take as a lesson so that I don't repeat whatever, maybe I did. Maybe the situation was my fault. I don't want to repeat those actions and end up in the same place again. And even if it's not our fault, there's choices that we make, and maybe if we could do it over again, maybe we'd make a different choice, So if you can look at those negative times in life and look at those as opportunities to learn and to grow. We've talked a lot about how the things that are tough in life, that is the wind that is building our muscle or the resistance that's building our muscle. Those things do make us stronger. There is that phrase, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And as much as I don't like that saying, I do like that saying because it is true a lot of times, So use those situations, use the negatives and learn from them, develop from those. And then the last line of this saying is probably my favorite, or at least probably the most important. And it says, and if the things don't work out, take another shot. So when life gets really rough and it just seems easier sometimes just to quit, just to give up, just to settle, right? To say, well, maybe I was never meant to be successful in business, or maybe I was never meant to, have a really good job, or maybe I wasn't meant to be married and have children and have a happy relationship. And it's just easier to just quit and give up. But if you do that, you're not really developing from those negatives. You're not learning the lessons that are maybe being presented to you in life. And that's what I really like about this, is the reminder that take another shot. Don't give up. Keep persevering. Keep pushing through. It's sad that there are so many people in this world who don't feel like they have any hope, who don't feel like they have that opportunity, or that, I don't know, they just don't feel like they can push through. And, maybe they turn to drugs or alcohol. Maybe they choose to end their lives. It really does break my heart to think about what they must have been going through, what they must have been feeling and thinking when they made those decisions. I mean, think about the pain and the despair that they were maybe feeling. Think about the hopelessness they were feeling. I really believe that hope is one of the most important feelings ever, because when we don't have hope, when we feel like life is hopeless, it's really, really hard to keep going. But if we can believe that there is hope, and that no matter what happens in life, there is hope that things can get better. When you go to bed at night, that the sun's going to rise the next morning, right? It may be a cloudy day, it might be cold and windy, but the sun will come up. That's hope, to believe that, yes, tomorrow is another day, and tomorrow is another opportunity to grow and move on and change and start a new life. Tomorrow could be the first day of the rest of your life. So I don't know, that's kind of deep, I guess, but that's what this soul saying kind of made me think of. So I want to read it to you again. It says, life is like a camera. Focus on what's important, capture the good times, develop from the negatives, and if things don't work out, take another shot. And I think that's what I want to just leave you with today is, everything that saying embodies. Now, I think I'm actually going to print this picture out and put it in my office here, put it by my computer, maybe put it by my bed, because I think it is the perfect reminder. Maybe we don't need this reminder on the days when things are good, but on the days when things are a struggle, the days when we feel like we just can't go on or we just want to give up and quit, having something like this that you can look at and read and just, take in can be very helpful. So life is like a camera. Focus on what's important. Capture the good times. Develop from the negatives. And if things don't work out, take another shot. Until next time, my friends, choose to be happy. As always, thank you so much for tuning into the Make Happiness Happen podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you're subscribed wherever you listen to podcasts. And even better, leave a positive review. If you want to dive deeper into the topics and discussions we have here, I would encourage you to head over to makehappinesshappen.com and sign up for my newsletter. It's the best way for us to get to know each other even better. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next time on the Make Happiness Happen podcast.